land here rises fast, from jungles and rivers to glaciers that brush the edge of the sky. Somewhere between them in Nepal, the Annapurna range cuts through the clouds. 55 kilometers of raw, jagged peaks holding both beauty and danger in the same breath. At the center of this range stands Annapurna I, rising 8,091 meters above sea level, the 10th highest mountain on Earth. Shiris and I, along with my cousins and close friends, follow the trail towards the mountain's shadow, the path that leads to the base of the mighty Annapurna. We met Tej Dai, a resident who dedicated his life to protecting and promoting the Annapurna region. He spoke about his region with passion, just as any local should.
अन्नपूर्णलाई 1950 भन्दा सन् 1950 भन्दा अगाडि विश्वको सबैभन्दा अग्लो हिमाल मानिन्थ्यो। त्यही भएर फ्रेन्च नागरिक मौरिस हर्जोग र लुइस डास्नरले नेपालको अन्नपूर्ण हिमाललाई विश्वको प्रथम हिमाललाई म त्यसको टापुरमा पुग्छु, त्यसको टपमा पुग्छु भनेर चुम्नु लागि आउनु भएको थियो 1950 मा।
The legacy the Annapurna region in Nepal holds is immaculate. Its name comes from Sanskrit, Anna meaning food, Purna meaning full, the goddess who nourishes and provides. Annapurna is more than a name, it's a paradox. Majestic, yet merciless. A mountain both worshipped and feared.
उहाँहरू चढेको सफल आरोहण गरेको 3 वर्षपछि मात्रै सगरमाथा हिमाल चढेको थियो 1953 मा।
If it's not shared with the people you care about, some moments don't feel complete. The stage was set. You had the rivers, the mountains, the waterfalls. It just needed us, for us to be present, to appreciate what nature has to offer, and to remember, these moments might seem ordinary, but in a few years, these will become the core memories of our lives. Somewhere along the trail, we saw the sky caves. We had only heard of them in the Mustang region of Nepal. We were fortunate enough to capture them here in the Himalayas of Annapurna.
So we've been walking for a few hours. It's been maybe 2-3 hours, and this is the other side of the base camp that we traveled a few months ago, I guess. But the landscape is very similar. It's greenery everywhere. We have been walking for past few hours, and the number of waterfalls that I've seen here, it's kind of staggering. When we traveled to Kapuche, the trail was not very maintained, but in comparison, I think this is way better. And it's a couple of days of trek, so I think I could call it beginner friendly, I guess. We'll have our lunch and maybe start walking again. We'll see you up there.
We wanted to push to the base camp today, but we were informed that there were too many travelers to accommodate in the base camp. We still wanted to push to the base camp so that we could see the first ray of light hit the Annapurnas next morning. But then, we saw Bhusket Mela. This place looked like it was hand-painted by the gods. The moment I stepped into the periphery of Bhusket Mela, I knew we had to spend more time here. It was screaming to me and Shiris that we would miss out on a lifetime of nature's ambience if we skipped this place. There are times in your regular days when you feel powerless and demotivated. Only when I arrived at the Annapurna region and saw the streams, waterfalls, and the mountains did I realize how much I had missed pointing my camera at things and capturing what I find beautiful. As difficult and out of comfort zone as it might feel while trekking at altitude, I've learned something else. Once you're an adult, you stop wanting things. You don't necessarily want or need anything anymore. You just embrace what happens. And over time, embracing and surrendering becomes a chore, a habit that keeps you moving forward without resistance. But it does get easier with the people you love. The small conversations, the jokes, the helping hands, the quiet moments are just as important as the destination. We knew we wouldn't be able to catch the sunrise, but we wanted to see all the hues and versions of the Panchakunda Lake and the Annapurna Range that we could observe from the North Base Camp. Throughout the hike, we kept reminiscing about what Tej Dai said, how the locals turned this trail from an idea into a reality. He and his team spent years carving a path through forests, rivers, and stone so that one day people like us could walk here and see this place the way he once did.
त्यो भेटेको अवसरमा उहाँले चाहिँ बृहत्तोकेश्वर पुग्नु भएको थियो। मैले हिमालसम्म पुग्ने बाटो नेपाल सरकारले बनाउन सकेन, लोकलले बनाउन सकेन, यसमा म दुखी छु। म हिमाल चढेको यति वर्ष भयो। हिमाल चढेपछि मैले नेपालको प्रचार प्रसार संसारमा गरिदिएँ, तर नेपाल सरकार त्यहाँसम्म पुग्ने बाटो बनाउन सकेन, न त लोकलले बनाउन सक्यो भनेर उहाँले भन्नुभयो। बडो भावुक पाएर म एउटा विदेशी आएर हाम्रो नेपालमा हिमाल चढेर नेपालको इज्जत संसारभरि फैलाउँछ र हामी यही देशमा चढेर हामी यति काम किन नगर्ने भन्ने एउटा कुराले मलाई छोयो। त्यसपछि मैले तुरुन्तै राजीनामा दिएर म हिमालको बाटो खोल्नेको अभियानमा लागेँ। अभियानमा लाग्दा मलाई 11 वर्ष लाग्यो।
His devotion to this land, to this country, is stitched into every part of the journey. And thanks to him and to every local hand that carried, built, and believed, we were finally here. Annapurna from afar looks peaceful, calm, as if unaware of its own power. Standing before it, you can't help but feel small and somehow more human. It's strange how small Nepal looks on the map, cradled between two giants, and yet how endless it feels when you're walking through it. From the humid forest below to the snowfields above, the mountains keep reminding you how powerful this little country is. So we're finally here at the Annapurna North Base Camp. It's around 9 a.m. right now,
And I think I finally get why people travel during Dasai in the mountains of Nepal. The weather has been nothing but like phenomenal, you know. Since we arrived here, it's been so good, and there are like mountains like 360 degrees. Now we'll be heading down to Humkhola again. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a big avalanche that just broke off right now. We can hear it. And it's massive. Anyways, so yeah, we'll be heading down now. We did not go to the old base camp. It's 1 more hour away from here. So according to what we heard from people, it's nothing unusual, you know. It's the same thing. So we thought, why bother going there? So yeah, all in all, I think it's been great. We're like sunbathing in the mountains right now, and again, absolutely beautiful landscapes. You should definitely be here.
These kind of experiences have made me realize that there's only so much a human can do in a single lifetime, and that's both tragic and beautiful at the same time. The strangers you meet along the journey, brief unexpected encounters, leave a beauty in your memory that stays with you forever. Consciously or unconsciously, all of us leave impressions that alter the way others see the world, and that quiet fleeting power is a moment we often overlook. I've always believed that life is best when it happens naturally. On this trek, every moment, every stranger we met, every shared smile, every small act of kindness felt exactly as it should. It's been a journey of learning, a journey of realization, a journey that had left us wanting more.
So we're finally at the end of our journey, and this is what we live for, you know, spending some quality time with your close friends and families. And one thing that I noticed during this trek was the number of male and female travelers. It was similar, you know, you don't get to see that a lot. I mean, which is good, you know, to see all the male and female travelers in a single trail. And again, another thing that I noticed is like the privilege that we have as Nepalese to, you know, just travel to the base camp of one of the biggest mountains in the world, you know, the Annapurna Base Camp, in just 2 days is something that boggles my mind. And I do feel lucky to have that opportunity, and I would definitely recommend everyone to be here. So yeah, I think we'll be ending our video here. Thank you for watching.
Hi guys! So हामी चाहिँ finally यस्तो राम्रो ट्रेलमा आइरहेछौँ. So this is the view. This is the यो view चाहिँ
Paint me like one of those French girls.